how to figure out these tops and bottom, how to literally buy right here at the bottom, literally right here at the bottom. What's up guys, Ali here from Solid Trades. I know guys, it's been a while, but I am back and I am super excited to start making these videos again. I know it's been a year or so since I last made a video and a lot of you guys have reached out to me, so thank you so much. But I am doing amazing. I've been working out and I'm getting shredded, and I'm gonna make a video on that too. But I really want to make a video on this today because the market has reversed and has changed a little bit, and what strategies was working before and just not working right now. And I've been trading for like what, 8 years, and the right now there's a little different environment and you have to change your strategy a little bit as well, okay? And what really working right now, it actually works all the time as well, like it just should be in your repertoire, this strategy, which is the gap fill strategy. So I'm gonna share this here real quick and I'm gonna explain you. If you give me like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I'm gonna blow your mind. So let's get started. Let's have a look. All right, so what I'm going to talk about is how to really catch, like, these tops and bottoms, like really how to figure out these tops and bottom, how to literally buy right here at the bottom, literally right here at the bottom, okay? And which is like this area, and catch the moves, big moves up. Great for beginners, great for short accounts, great for especially great for like if you are like trading options. It's amazing strategy. So let's get started and see exactly what I'm talking about. So basically what's happening is that now that the stocks have been coming down, so notice here this is like a QUBT, which is like a really famous stock these days, right? It's been just on a huge tear. All of a sudden things have reversed, and it took a massive dump, right? And what's going on now is, if you notice, basically what's happening is that now it's just going down. A lot of people are trying to dip buy because, oh my god, it's on sale, but actually it's not. And how to know where to buy the dip, okay? How to know where to buy the dip. So what I'm going to talk about is basically, notice here, let's look at the 15-minute chart. So basically what happened, the stock has just been on a tear, on a downward, okay? How to know today is going to bounce? And the way to know is that if the stock gaps up, and when the stock gaps up, finally, you want to make sure to fill the gap first before buying it. So what do I mean by that? So let's look at here. Basically, notice here what happened. The stock gap down, huge gap up. So this is basically a gap, okay? So there's no trading. It opened up the next day. Same thing happened here. It gapped down and then continued lower. But today, finally, it gapped up. Okay, so today, finally, it closed here and it gapped up here, right? So now what's happening is that usually what happens is that the stock gaps up. So it opened up right here. It comes down, fills this gap from the previous day, okay, and then goes up. So, and it's like so precise, it's unbelievable, guys. So watch here. So if I just draw before the market opens, let's say the market is here. It hasn't opened yet, okay? Let's say the market hasn't opened yet, and it comes down, literally, it opens up, doesn't go up, it comes down, fills this gap. So you can literally have your order sitting on this line right above it, right above this line, okay, and you will get filled. And then obviously look what happens. So basically right here, look at this area right here, right? Let's look at more examples. So let's look at MSTR. Look what happened. So a lot of stocks gapped up today. So the market gaps up, and the stock is on a downtrend. So notice here the daily chart is actually on a downtrend, right? So the MSTR, the daily chart is downtrend. So what happens is that when the stock is on a downtrend and it gaps up, usually sells off first, fills the gap, and then if it wants to go turn around, it turns around. So notice here, right here, if I draw a line and it comes down right here, almost fills the gap, it just missed by a few pennies, and then you can have your order sitting right here, right above this line, which is the gap fill, and it comes up and then it fills you up. Let's look more examples. Let's look at AVGO, QEBD. Okay, this is a good example. So notice here, this is the candle open. Look here, if I bring it close, look what happened. Stock comes down, literally touches the line, which is, if I go in a smaller time frame, exactly what happened. So it comes down right here, boom, you literally get the bottom fill, and then boom, take profit on the top. And this one, even though it did not work and it failed, it literally failed. If you look here, it literally failed. So if I zoom in, look here, it failed. It failed, but you could have literally got the bottom. So let's look at Apple. Okay, so Apple is a little interesting. So notice here, this was a gap, right? Let me make it better. So notice that this is a gap. What happened? What happened? The stock comes up on the opposite side now. Literally, boom, here's the gap. The stock opens up today, touches this, cannot go above it, okay? And boom, it fails. Next question is, where will be the stop? So if I showed it right here, what I literally do, I don't even watch it anymore. I literally, before the market open, all I'm doing is now is that identify the gaps. So right here, identify the gap. This is the stop. So next candle above support, this is a stop. So I literally put a bracket order right here. I check what my resistance or $2. Simply go in and I just put $2, whatever is my $2. Okay, and boom, I literally get in short and then take profit on the way down. Okay. Let's look at Meta. No, actually have another example where it did not work today, which was Nvidia. I took the Nvidia trade, it did not work. So look here, what happened? Stock had gapped up, but there was a gap above as well. So it worked on the opposite side, but I had my order sitting right here. It literally bought me, it went up straight, I did not take any profit, and boom, it failed. But once it failed, it's really important to get out as well, because once it failed, everybody, because it's a very, very common strategy. It's like the language of stock traders, okay? It's a very, very common strategy. And when that happens, if stock fails, you want to get out. So how do you want to get out? Where will be the stop? That's the next question, right? So if I am entering right here, this is a drawn, if I'm entering right here, my stop is below support, next support, so around this area. So I enter here, my stop is below the support line, and I'm gonna cut it because notice here, once it just kept failing. So it did not work at this time, but 60 to 70% of the time it works, and it's the game of probabilities. Okay, so what did we learn? Basically what it is, I'm gonna start all over. I mean, just do a quick summary over here. Okay, what we need to realize is that if the stock is been going down and down and down, and finally the next day it gaps up. So notice it gapped up here, it gapped up finally, because previously it was gapping down. Finally it gapped up. Since the stock is on a downtrend, it will come back down, most likely fill the gap, and then continue up. So what you want to do is you want to put your orders where the gap fill is, and then put your stop below the next support level. So very small risk and huge profit and reward. Another one that I had took today was actually MSTR. Notice here. Oh, actually, I think I talked about this. But basically, it literally came down. You want to buy around this close to this area right here, and then it had a massive run, right? Tesla. Okay, Tesla. So here it is. See, same thing. It comes down, fills. So it gapped up, comes down, fills this gap, comes right here, which is right here, this area, and boom, you might have taken some profit here. It might not take all the way profit, but still take profit, and then it fails, so you can cut your losses right here. That's it. So again, great trade. Definitely try this. Do some homework. Go and check check and go through, go tons of chart, and see where it worked, where it did, how you can do it, and really you can automate your trading. I'm just automating my trading. I just put my orders and my stop loss below, and I just walk away, and I come back with a profit in my account. So